Good morning, everyone. Today is Monday, and as usual, I'm recording a video for you to help you set up your week somehow. We are finally here in the last week of our course, and I understand that you're very busy because we are beginning with the final exams, but there is not so much that we have to do during this week. If you organize yourself properly, you'll be in great shape. I'm going to show you what you need to do. I'm going to give you some examples, so I'm going to help you somehow organize your job in the last couple of assignments that you have to complete, and I'm going to be making a couple of announcements that's important for you to consider. In the first place, I would like to refer to the writing assignment 4. As you all know, you have all been writing. Some of you have already submitted writing assignment 4, and one of the sections has until today, Monday, to submit the last writing assignment. I have been grading the ones that I have received already, and have been submitting them back to you with the objective that you do the same thing as you did before. Do the revision, addition, and polishing the sample. I will not be opening a new folder for the writing assignment 4 for the rewrite. You will have to load the polished writing sample to the portfolio folder. If you check your news wall, you will see that you have a document that you see right now by the name of the portfolio prompt, revisited October 9, 2018, and in this prompt I'm giving you directions of what you need to do in regards to the portfolio. In the first place, I'm requesting, I'm going to get back to the portfolio in a minute. Let me continue with the announcements. So the ones that have been receiving the graded writing assignment 4, you should include that as part of the portfolio sample. The ones that are going to receive the graded writing assignment 4 until Wednesday, you will have an option, and I will explain in a couple of minutes. So this is about the last writing assignment. So as usual, my first recommendation for the week is that you start opening the planner. In the planner, you have a clear indication of what you need to do during the week. You have to read from Andrew Lunsford, Everyone's an Author, Assembling a Portfolio, or you can check the learning object that appears in Introducing the Week, as usual. But the only thing about the learning object is that in the learning object, I refer to oral and video samples and to qualitative self-assessment. This learning object is an old one. Beginning this course, I announced early in the course that I was making some modifications to the course, and one of the modifications is that I eliminated those samples. So please, if you check the learning object, disregard the part where I'm requesting oral or video samples, because you're not doing that anymore. Also, you're not writing qualitative self-assessment. You haven't written any. Instead, you did screen captures of the self-assessments online, and you also have to write a reflective piece as part of the portfolio that, in a way, substitutes the qualitative self-assessment. So disregard the learning object, the part in which I'm requesting those samples. Simply follow my instructions here in the prompt where I explain what I want. In the prompt, I give you the exact location of the portfolio. You have in the Dropbox or the deberes folder, you have a section for the portfolio. You have one section for the screenshots that most of you have been loading already, and you have a section for the portfolio in PDF form. I write underneath the screen capture, you have the format explanation. I'm giving you two options for the portfolio. The first option which is my favorite one, is to load only one single PDF that could have like 15 pages, for example. I'm going to show you some examples later. What you need to do is to put together all the samples that I'm requesting. You already have the sample. You have pre-writing, you have annotated critical readings, you have the polished writing for writing assignment 1, 2, and 3. So you have to put all together in one single document and then convert it into a PDF. So this is the first option. The second option is to include the samples in PDF form separately, but I don't like this one that much because it's going to be difficult to be reading every single isolated sample. It would duplicate my time. In the first one, the one single page in a PDF, since some of you won't be receiving the writing assignment 4 until Wednesday, if you want to go ahead and load the portfolio in the first today or tomorrow or maybe Wednesday morning, I suggest that you could load 2 documents. One with a complete portfolio excluding the writing assignment 4 with the rewrite, and then load a second document with the writing assignment 4 with the rewritten essay again, as we did before. But that is all explained here in the portfolio prompt. So I'm here giving you all the instructions. Please refer to this revisited prompt with date the 9th of it should be the 9th of December 2018. So you have here all the samples that you need to complete. I repeat, you should disregard in the learning object. If you read the learning object, there are some video and auto samples that you no longer have to submit. I'm going to show you now a couple of examples of how your final portfolio should look like. I'm going to show you 2 examples from previous courses. One not in my class and another one from my class. As I explained in the portfolio prompt, your portfolio is meant to be read by other composition and rhetoric teachers. This is part of an evaluation of the writing program at USFQ, so it's going to be read by other teachers. The same way I'm going to be reading the portfolio written by face-to-face students. So these are a couple of examples that I want you to consider. I'm going to show them briefly. The notice here that the names of the student have been redacted from the text, eliminated. So this student, for example, included a cover page. I am not requesting a cover page unless you want to include one. I wouldn't mind, but that is not part of my requirements. But if you include a cover page, it makes it nice. This student, for example, inserted a cover page with her name, the name of a class and the university and all, and then the first page with the table of contents. She wrote it in Spanish. I mean, it should be in English, but explaining what the reader is going to find in each page. And this is what the student did. For example, in this course, the professor requested a cover letter explaining the portfolio. In my case, I'm requesting a reflective piece where you think about your progress, your performance in my class, your experience, what you have gained, what you have lost, or what have you. So you decide what you want to include in the reflective piece. This reflective piece is evaluated separately. It's like the heart of your portfolio. So you're explaining. If you go back to the here to the prompt that I gave you, I'm requesting it has to be a page-long personal reflection where you make a critical analysis of your performance in retrospect. In this introductory piece, you should make a personal reflection summarizing the insights and experiences gained from practical assignments and from the study of the course material. So here, this is the sample that I'm requesting instead of a cover letter. It's a personal, reflective piece. Going back to the portfolio sample that I was showing you, I'm going to show you now one example by another example. Here, for example, this is one of my classes. The student is presenting a pre-writing technique, and I announced that since you're not loading the sample separately, you should use like a heading in form of a title explaining to the reader the kind of sample you're loading. For example, here the student loaded a pre-writing sample for writing assignment 1, writing assignment 2. The student did a brainstorming, and in this case, the student is showing a cluster. A cluster is beginning from the thesis or a key idea, and then branching out into the ideas that are going to be developed later in the essay. Another sample that the student loaded is the outline, another pre-writing sample. As I said, this is going to be read by other professors, but your names are going to be redacted from the text of the portfolio. And here, for example, this is from April, an April class that I taught, and is the second writing assignment, which is the one paragraph essay. And here with my corrections and the student later polished the sample and included it here. For example, if you check here, this portfolio is 38 pages. It's a long portfolio. Maybe your portfolio is going to look like 20-25 pages. That's why I wanted to have one single PDF. So this is in connection to the portfolio. You have other responsibilities during the week. The last one is going to be the third partial test, which, as you know, is about MLA. You don't have to worry about this, at least not that much, because you have been doing many exercises, and you have already the feedback to the exercise. If you want to make a quick refreshing of the contents, you can do that. But I think that most of you, I would say, are in great shape for this test, because we have been doing it in a practical way. So in this test, you're going to get questions like, for example, format of the essay up to in-text documentation of sources and plagiarism. And so this is basically what we have this week. As I announced in the portfolio prompt, I extended the deadline for admission of portfolios until Friday at noon, midday, viernes al mediodía, no later than this. If you are receiving your writing assignment 4, maybe on Wednesday morning, and then you need more time, I would recommend that you load the complete portfolio and leave out writing assignment 4 until you're ready. Talk to me, send me an email, and then I could create an access for you to load the polished writing sample later, in case you need more time. But I don't think you're going to need more time, because the quality of the essays that I'm getting so far has been excellent. So this is basically what is happening this week. I'm very happy that we are here. I'm very happy to see the results, and please contact me if you need any further assistance. Okay? Take care.